going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be recapping the Chicago card show. So this show was actually today. It was from 10 to 6, and I will move some of the stuff that I can show you the poster better. But as you can see here, it was the Barnwood Sports WBR SPC sponsored card show. It was at the Willowbrook Sports Performance in Chicago, Illinois, and it was free admission, but I got a table for $25. And so I'm going to be going over what I did at this card show, as well as some of my pickups. So to begin, when you're going to a card show and you have a booth, you need to get inventory. And you can see there from the first line, I was extremely stressed. I couldn't even write Josh correctly, but I started off by writing out all the products that I was bringing to this show. Yeah, I'll rip it off here so we can see it better. But I started off by writing off every single item that I was bringing that I was planning on selling. And as you can see, I put the eBay value right next to it, so I knew comps right away. I didn't have to look for comps. I knew what my prices were. I didn't have to put stickers on any cards. As you can see here, here's some of the cards that I brought. None of these have stickers on them. None of these have price tags because I knew them. So overall, it was a pretty productive show. I was able to get my first deal done at a card show within, I'd say, roughly 15 minutes. And I'll put the person's Instagram who I made the card show with, but I made it with Tony. Great guy. We were able to make a really good deal for both sides, I think. I'll put some screenshots of what was included in the deal, but it revolved around some of my babies. It was my Erling Haaland Topps Finest blue refractor, numbered to 150. My Josh Allen Select Field Level BGS 9 refractor or silver. It was my, you can see them on the screen, but they were some of my prized possessions. And I'm not going to say the exact price, but it was a big deal, over $5,000. It was in the $8,000 range, so it was a huge deal for only 8 cards, and it was something that I was extremely nervous to do because I was doing it by myself, no support, first ever card show, and so I think it was a really fair deal for both sides. But we're going to look at more of my inventory list. So here are the check marks for the cards that I sold. These are all the cards that I sold throughout the day. I put my prices. I had to remember based on what I bought these for, and that helped me, so I knew when it was a good deal for me to make, when I could lower from these comps. So like this Jordan Love for 500. Let's say I bought it for 200. I'd be able, and I didn't, but let's say I bought it for 200, I'd be able to sell that for 400 because I know I'm still doubling my money and I'm giving the other person a good deal, so they'll want to make more purchases through me. A great YouTuber who's a lot bigger than I am, but Sasha, he explains this extremely well in a lot of his Dallas card show videos. You want to build a connection with somebody. And so some of these, like this Kobe White, I bought it for I think $5 and graded it. And I got a 9.5, but I sold it for 60. It's going for 60. I gave the guy a deal, a little bit of a deal, and I'm not going to argue with him over $5. He wants this, he wants 50, I want 60, we'll meet in the middle. You know, you don't have to be super firm in your prices, or else you're never going to make a deal. Some people are just good at this, and some people are not. I say I'm still learning how to do it better, but we're going to recap what I brought and what I did not sell. This is everything that I was unable to sell, and then we're going to go into my purchases. So started off with a Kyle Guy, and make sure you guys message me if you guys are interested. I am selling all these. Kyle Guy, pink optic, numbered 25/25, Acuna Heritage rookie, Zion Hoops rookie, Nick Madrigal. I did bring a lot of Chicago stuff because it is in Chicago, and so White Sox players sell. Kyle Guy to 8, Aaron Judge, some Roberts here, nobody bid on surprisingly. Jalen Noel cracked ice, Bagley. This did get a lot of interest, but we were unable to make a deal. I was asking a lot on that, which, I was asking around 500, which it's probably worth. So I think I was pretty fair there. Here you can see Adley Auto, LeBron Silver, tribute to Kobe. You saw this. Actually, I've opened this on the side and I pulled this, which I was super excited. I sold my Haaland Topps Chrome as well, my UEFA, but I kept the Fati. And then I traded 4 of my Tatises for a huge card that I'm super happy for. So unfortunately I wasn't able to deal all 10. I had a deal done, and then the guy backed out literally last second, so I couldn't. I'm into those at a really good price, and unfortunately I couldn't make some easy money. but I came home with my Acuna or my Tatis refractor, Julio Rodriguez PSA 10, Acuna PSA 9, and Zion Variation Contenders Optic. Here's another stack that I was unable to sell. Surprising, because it was a lot of Zions. I was able to sell some Lucas. I had some interest in my PSA 10s. I just wasn't going to sell them, at 1100, which is what I would be looking at if I'm getting cash. It's not worth it to me. I'll wait another 4 or 5 months and see what they go up to, and I'll take that risk. But here you see a jaw. This had a ton of interest. Jalen Hurts Select XRC. Zion True Gem Plus or whatever you want to call it. 210s and 295s. PSA 9 Zion. BGS 95 Zion. And finally, 2 more BGS 95 Zions. Now, I was able to make, well, you can look here. I don't remember the exact number of deals, but here, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 items I sold. Now, I sold 13 of these items. 8 of them were in one deal, which means I made a total of 6 deals throughout the day. I do not remember, I don't have my margins down of how much I profited on each item that I sold and whatnot, but I do know that I don't sell for a loss, except on that Kobe White where I just had to get rid of it. But most of these, I'm selling at a profit, all of them, I'd say, because that's what you do. You buy low, sell high. Acuna paper, I sold for $125. I know that for sure. I bought it for $20 last show. Josh Allen BGS 9 Select Field Level Silver. So I comped it at $1,000 because that's what it was going for last season. And I know it's worth that, and I can get that. I bought that for $150. It's just, you guys have to time it right. You have to pick a player and take a risk. I think quarterbacks this year are a phenomenal buy because we're getting an extra game in this season. So you can see I didn't sell a lot of football. It's mainly basketball and baseball, but those footballs that I do have, I'm stocking up. I don't really want to let them go for cheap. I'm looking to profit them in the season when records are broken. Patrick Mahomes is going to break so many records this year. Think about add an extra 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. His stats are going to look so much better. All these rookie QBs that are going into their second season, their stats are going to be so much better than last year. I think rookie QBs are a phenomenal buy. I love Burrow. I'm a Bengals fan, but I think he's phenomenal. I think he's going to be a really good player. But you guys don't want to hear me ramble. You want to see what I was able to pick up. Now, most of my deals I didn't do for trade. I did a lot of deals for cash. There were some that I tried to trade, but people just weren't budging on their price. And what doesn't make good business sense, I'm trying to buy something from people for over $500, and the guy's haggling me for $15. Like, he won't go down. I'm buying 5 items from you, and you won't go down in price. Just people that are not good at selling. They want to talk up their stuff, and those are the guys that all they're selling is wax from Target that they got from little kids for $20 and are trying to make a tiny profit. It's just, honestly, there's no other word but loser. But there's, unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do. They've just tried to ruin the hobby. But I'll save this for last because that was my big one. This was just, here, I'll try and see. These 3 cards right here are something that I took a flyer on. 2 Kevin Porter Winters from NBA Hoops, and a John Collins Optic Rated Rookie. I did these in a deal where I wanted $250. The guy said, I'll do $245 in these 3. So I said, for $5, these 3 cards. It's a pretty good deal. Collins, if he gets traded in the offseason to a contender, his cards are going to go up if he wins a ship. So let's just hope he can win the championship. Dallas is a perfect fit for him in the offseason if they sign him or trade for him. Regardless, I think that's a good buy for what? If you divide 5 by 3, it's like $1.67 or something. Phenomenal buy, all 3 of these. I'll take the flyer, and I'll hope that I can get something better for them in the future. There were so many people selling hoops, blasters, hoops, packs, and whatnot. So kids that were buying them, they come up to my table and say, can I try and make my money back on the pack? They paid $5 for the pack. They got a LaMelo. They got super lucky. I bought these 2 from people for $25. I really don't know what they go for, but I know I can easily get $25. I might even be able to get $25 for the LaMelo alone. The LaMelo centering does look pretty good. The Edwards is off-centered, but I did buy this LaMelo. I could grade it in the future. It's just hoops. I don't know about hoops, and you can't grade anything right now with PSA, only Beckett. So we'll see what happens. Those are something that I bought because why the heck not? Next up, we have a 1996 Fleer Metal Kobe Bryant. I traded my RJ Barrett Contenders Optic T-Mall Red Wave Auto for this and $50. I don't have any Kobe's, so I took a little bit of a hit on this one, but I wanted some Kobe's in return, and I really wanted this Wander Franco Bowman Transcendent that the guy had, but he had just picked it up and he wasn't willing to move it. But that would have been a super nice card to add. But this one, I'm say it's pretty fair. You know, I gave the guy a little bit of a deal because we had made three or so deals throughout the day. So at this point, I just wanted to build a relationship with a customer and get a card that I liked in return for my card. And this is so much rarer, I feel, than my RJ Barrett, that I'm okay with what I picked up. Next, I picked this up right as I'm leaving. I didn't really make any purchases throughout the day. I was really just selling my stuff. Nobody wanted to trade. And so I felt like I had to pick something up. I got this because of his injury for $220. They were going for over $300 a month ago or something. So it's just, he's a guy to buy right now. This is a PSA 10 of his Topps Series 2. Just a base card. Got this one for $220. Overall, great buy, I think. Buy while he's low, sell high. Really good purchase. And the last card. This was a big one. I really do not have any Acuna autos. I'm trying to zoom in so you can see it. This looks like a 10 auto to me. But then again, it could, you know, a 9's not going to destroy the value, but it looks pretty good to me. This is a Bowman's Best 2017 or 2018, sorry, Ronald Acuna rookie card. This is a green parallel, so it's numbered to 99. And I traded 4 Tatises for this. I know $800 for something that goes for around $6, but I got the Tatises for super cheap, and his cards have dropped. Like, people didn't even want him for $150 a piece. It was horrible. I just got super unlucky with my timing because of his injury, but regardless, I'm super happy. I'd rather have an auto numbered to 99 any day than 4 base cards. So that was my huge pickup. Now, I really didn't have a ton of action at this show, but I did my best. You know, I got some of the inventory down. I sold about half of my stuff, I'd say, roughly. And some stuff that I did keep, I'd easily be able to sell if I had lowered my price a little, but I was trying to be as firm as I could. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that I brought, a lot of stuff I tried to trade for. Now, I'll talk about some of the guys that I could not get. One was a deal that I was trying to work out, and this guy was super firm on his price. I couldn't wiggle him down any. It was for a Michael Porter Jr. Prism, and it was the one where he's dunking, so it's not the sensational signatures. And it was a SGC 95 Auto 10. And so I really don't know much about that grading company, but Raws was going for around $240. I tried to get the card for the same price and then pay full price for a Juan Soto batting PSA 10. And the guy wasn't budging. He wanted full eBay value and more, which is just extremely unrealistic. So I passed on that one. And then another item that I passed on was a hard pass. Unfortunately, I really wanted it. A Darius Garland Immaculate 2019-20 rookie, 1 of 1 platinum. So I wanted it. The guy just had no idea on his price. I had made some huge deals, and I feel like right when I got there, the guys are like, when I'm asking to look at them, they're like laughing at me because I'm only 18, and they're not much older than me. They were only like 25 or something, and they're like, oh, it's a lot of money, buddy. You can't afford this, and like some of their other stuff, even though, you know, I had the money with me from some of the bigger deals that I made, and I just felt kind of disrespected, and I feel like that's not a way you want to start off a business relationship, by like thinking, you never want to think somebody can't afford your product just because of their age. And so that's a reason why I passed. They were just being, he was the guy that was haggling me for like $10 when I'm spending $600. So I just left it. It was a Zion Flux purple to 49 and a Ronald Acuna Bowman's Best BGS 10 base card. And the guy was asking like $300. He was asking again full eBay from Probstein. And I just thought it was extremely unrealistic. And they weren't the best of sellers. They weren't being, you know, smart sellers. So I had to pass on that. But overall, let me know in the comments what you guys think of how I did on this show. I'll move some of the stuff away so you can see. There are some emails here if anyone's interested in coming to the next show. You can email Chris right there or call him. This is in the western suburbs of Chicago, and I put my email down for the next show. I'm super excited. There were a lot of great people there, and make sure to, I'll link my Instagram down below. I'm going to link the Instagram of Tony, who I made the huge deal with. And you guys make sure to give us a follow. Give both of us a follow. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.